Hello there, my crafty friends. It's Terry from Vegs Test Creates here with Team Tiny for one of their monthly hops. This month's Team Tiny monthly hop has been very generously sponsored by TLC Designs. We got to choose a digital stamp set of our choice and also some background papers. I didn't fancy any of the background papers because my printer's not very good, so I just chose the stamp set, and I absolutely love dragons, and this one especially. Look at his little face, he's so cute. So I definitely knew I wanted him. And I printed all the elements out separately. There's also a sentiment which says, I think there's a couple of sentiments actually, but the one I chose was Happy Days, and I've cut that out already in a stitched edge and a couple of other pieces to back it. And you can see here I've been trying out my colours because I knew I wanted him to be a turquoisey greeny dragon, and my favourite colours are turquoise, aqua, teal and purples and pinks, etc. So I was trying out different combinations. These are my Alter New Artist markers, and these are my Copic chows, and I love them both, but I'm gonna go for the Copics to colour up my little dragon. I've pulled out this stencil from Clearly Besotted, which is just basic diagonal stripes, and I'm going to use Distress Oxide Mustard Seed, so we're going to have a nice yellow stripy background to put our lovely little dragon onto, and then I'm going to colour in the hat and the heart balloon in whatever colours I feel fit once I've put those two on, and I'll raise them up. I'll stick him on flat and then I'll raise them up on foam pads for some dimensions. So let's get cracking. I am so looking forward to seeing how this turns out. It's really exciting. Very, very exciting. I just love dragons, and it seems like ages since I've taken part in a Team Tiny Hop. It's not, I just think I didn't do it last month, but sometimes I do it every month, and so it feels like ages. So if this is the first time you've seen one of these Team Tiny Hop videos, just to tell you a little bit about Team Tiny, we are a group of crafters on Facebook that all have YouTube followings of less than 1,000 subscribers, and we're trying to grow our YouTube channels. So we're a really supportive community. We share our projects with each other. The admins very kindly organise monthly hops. Sometimes they're sponsored by companies, so we get like today we get to try out some products. There was another one recently sponsored by Tammy at TLC Designs, when I made this beautiful floral card from one of her digital designs, because digital designs isn't really a thing that I do a lot. I think I'm a bit tech phobic, to be honest. I got my husband to print these out for me on some Nina. I think it would be £80. It's the lighter weight one. So it's a hashtag driven hop. So you'll notice that there is a hashtag in the title and also in the description box. And this month's hop, I believe, is titled To Live Creatively, which I just think is wonderful, because that's what life's all about, isn't it? To create the lives that we want. So to live creatively. And also I've been quite open on my channel in the past about having health conditions, and the way that crafting really helps me to manage my health conditions. So to live creatively for me is something that I've realised that it's actually vital. It's a non-negotiable. It's not optional for me. I need it like I need to breathe air. I really do. So to live creatively. You know, I thought that was a lovely title for the hop. So if you click on the hashtag, you will see the links to all of the other Team Tiny members taking part in this month's hop. So I'm not sure if this is going to turn out perfectly because the stripes are very thin and they do move around a bit, but oh, that looks grand. That looks really good. It's not 100% perfect, but that was more down to my stenciling technique. If I'd have used something like a temporary adhesive like pixie spray or something, that would have been better, but that's good enough for me because I'm going to have, it's really just a background for my my gorgeous little dragon. So I'm going to clean that off and wait for it to dry, and then in a minute I'm going to show you how I plan to colour up my little dragon. Right, so my lovely background piece is off to one side waiting to dry. I forgot to say it's about 4 inches wide and about 6 inches tall, but I'm going to trim it down to go on an A2 sized card. So I've picked out my colours. So I'm going to go for the turquoises for the main body and the wings, and then the pinky purples for the belly and his little nose and some other areas. So for the turquoises, I've picked out G00, BG34, BG13 and BG49. So that is in lightest to darkest colour order. And the way that I work when I'm colouring, which might be a bit odd to some people, but it works for me, is I like to have them all in my hand and then just switch between them. So I'm going to start off by doing his arm. Now I'm not going to show you all of this colouring, and I'm not going to sort of put it all on and fast forward it, etc. I just wanted to show you a little bit. So again, there's lots of different ways of colouring with alcohol markers. There's no right or wrong way. Some people go in with the lightest and then go in with the darkest like I've just done, and then blend that out and then go back over. There's just so many different ways, but this is the way that I usually tend to work. I tend to cover the whole area in the lightest colour and then going into the places where the deepest shadow will be, and then blend that out progressively with the different colours. So I want a little bit more darkness in here. I also want a little bit behind his little hand there. So, and this is if you want a smooth blend. So I want a smooth blend today on this lovely little critter. But obviously you can also colour with alcohol markers by making gentle flicking motions, especially when you're colouring things like hair or grass or florals and things like that. But that's just a little example of how I would colour. So I'm going to carry on do a little bit more colouring, but that's just because I want to tell you some things. So today's hop is, as I mentioned, it's sponsored by Tammy at TLC Designs, and she has very generously arranged for a $10 gift certificate to her online shop so that you can purchase anything that you like, any of her digital stamps for $10. And all you need to do in order to be eligible to be entered into that competition is to comment on any of the participants in the hops video. That's all you need to do. You don't have to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, then that's wonderful. You know, we always, you know, it's always great to have more subscribers, but it's not necessary. So please don't subscribe just to get into the giveaway and then unsubscribe, because that's not really cool, and it's really not necessary. And it's completely random, so one random commenter from all of the channels will be chosen. So yeah, so that's just an added bonus really. All of the videos will be kept short. We make them short in order to give people the best opportunity to watch as many as possible. So yeah, so just I would really encourage you to watch everyone's videos, not just to enter the giveaway, but because there are some such talented members of Team Tiny, and it's just really wonderful, you know, for you to watch their videos and give them your support. They're all, you know, relatively small channels. We're just trying to grow and share our love of crafting with as many people as we can. So yeah, so you can see what I'm doing. I'm carrying on the same way as I did with his arm, going around adding, I added the lightest colour first and then the darker colours, the darkest colour in the areas of shadow, and then I've just been carrying on, and then blending them out, and then trying to be aware. See, I'm coming to the last colour now, so the areas that are going to be the lightest. So, and again with each layer you're just blending out the previous layer, and the lighter colours, it just means it's got more alcohol in it, so it basically just bleaches out some of the colour from the colour that you're mixing it with. That's basically what happens when you're colouring with alcohol markers. The lighter colours like bleach out the colour. I'll blend it out. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go over that a bit more to make it look better, and I'll be doing all that off camera. So I'm going to colour him up, continuing like that, and the same with the these two lovely little elements. So I'll see you back in a moment with the finished card. And here we go, my friends, the finished card. So I'm really pleased with the way this has turned out. He is so cute. I carried on colouring him up in the same way that you saw me doing. I also added a bit of white pencil crayon just to this area and the arms there, to make that a bit lighter. And I've added some Spectrum Noir sparkle pen to the balloon and the little party hat. I cut out this sentiment using that little die and two more, so that's quite dimensional, and then obviously there's extra dimension there as I raised up the hat and the balloon on some little foam pads. So oh, and then I just trimmed that down, matted it onto a little black mat, and then put that onto an A2 size card. So quite sort of clean and simple really, but I'm really pleased with the way that turned out. So it'd be lovely to hear what you think in the comments. So that's all from me today, and I'll see and speak to you again soon with some more crafty goodness. Bye for now.